Our principal captor, Mokhtar Belmokhtar, would show up from time to time, and he would show up for 2 hours or 5 days and then disappear and show up again. But the steady state was about 30 of our
And
captors.
you communicated with them mostly in French, because some of them actually had very good French.
Yes, 4 of them had perfect French, another 4 had excellent French. My suspicion is Belmokhtar's French was good, but I always spoke to him through an interpreter.
You refer to Mokhtar Belmokhtar, who, of course, is known to be a senior al-Qaeda operative in that region, and he's suspected of being behind the that attack on the gas facility that we had in Aminas in Algeria at the beginning of this year. So what was he like? I mean, you describe him in your book as being quite aloof and but quite respectful or polite.
Yes, he was sort of all business. I mean, he was an Afghan Arab. That is, he fought as a 19-year-old in Afghanistan, where he lost his eye. He's been fighting in Algeria for 20 years, during which 200,000 people have been killed, but not him. He's very careful. Yes, he takes full credit for the In Annamasse attack, which killed 37 foreigners and 29 of his jihadis, including 2 Canadians. But he wasn't there. He didn't survive 20 years in this by being there for such things. And of course, he also then perpetrated these 2 relatively recent attacks in Niger against the French nuclear facility in Arlit and against a Niger army barracks just north of Agadez. He's a very serious player. There's no doubt in my mind that he believes in jihad. That's what it was all about. But I never heard the word Belmokhtar until we got out. I knew him as Khalid.
You say that's what he was all about, but you know that he also has this nickname, Mr. Marlborough.
I do.
Because he's a big cigarette smuggler. And you tend to talk about these people who captured you as though they were sort of fairly one-dimensional, but do you not accept that perhaps there is a large element of criminality, pure criminality, to a large part of their actions, and that they're involved in all kinds of rackets, you know, cigarette smuggling in this case, and we've also heard about drug smuggling, human trafficking?
Zainab, you're absolutely right. So the issue is, among securocrats, are they hoods or are they Robin Hoods? I don't want to overly romanticize them with Robin Hoods, but in other words, are they bandits flying a flag of Islamic convenience? Or rather, are they latter-day Robin Hoods doing banditry to nourish the cause? And I have absolutely no doubt it's the second. Yes, he's called Mr. Marlborough. I believe absolutely that from the arms trade, the people trade, the cigarette trade, the drug trade, all the illegal movement across the Sahara, they get some. They tax it. They charge a toll. But I've never seen a more focused, directed group of young men in my life. They were dressed in rags. They tended their weapons very carefully. They didn't want any of the stuff that young guys want in our society, MP3 players, cool sunglasses. They would sit in the sun chanting Quranic surah, waiting to get to paradise.